Hey, Justin here with STL Tones, and today I'm stoked to announce another awesome update to the ControlHub platform. Let's go ahead and just jump straight into Pro Tools and we can check it all out. Today we're going to use a song by an artist named Shay Altered, and the song is called Not Enough. Okay, so here's the default view of ControlHub that if you've been using it for any amount of time, you will recognize. If we scroll all the way over to the right and click the plus sign, you will see there is a new module. It's a clipper. I am so excited about it. I use clipping all the time in my mixes and in my productions. So I'm really excited. You have three simple controls. You have a clip threshold, you have a shape from hard knee to soft knee, and an output control. Okay, first things first, let's use the clipper on the mix bus. I think that that's going to show us a lot about it. I pulled up this meter plugin that I really like. This is the short-term LUFS meter I use on every single mix and master that I do to just check how loud I am overall. So if we pull up ControlHub alongside it and we bypass it, so this is just straight off of my mix bus, no limiting or anything. So, you know, mid-nines, which is loud, but it's definitely not loud enough. Especially for a song like this that's so, you know, gritty and kind of nasty sounding. This thing can get really loud. So first thing, I just want to add a little bit more color and saturation to the entire mix, which is going to increase the loudness. And we'll just continue to check this. And we're going to get to the clipper. So let's see. So we maybe gained 0.2 or something with that. That feels comfortable for now. Okay, now let's start dialing in the clipper. So as you drag down the clip knob, that is lowering the threshold to begin to clip. Now this is not an auto gain clipper, so as you pull this down, the track is not going to get louder, but you're going to hear the clipping more and more. So here, let's just try it. Okay, another control you have is the knee shape. So the hard knee is going to be the fastest sounding clipping. The soft is going to be a little bit more like a soft clip, a little bit more transparent sounding. So let's dial in a good sounding, just shaving off the top of the transient of mostly the snare and some of those ticky kind of trap hi-hats. It's not something that I want to hear. This is something that I want to see the meters moving, and basically what I'm doing is I'm trying to chop off the tops of the transients of the mix before hitting my limiter, which is going to give me the ability to get this mix much louder rather than just going into a limiter where the limiter is just kind of crunching things down. I definitely prefer the hard knee clipping. That's just the sound that I'm used to, so I'm going to stay all the way over to the hard knee. Okay, now let's check our LUFS again now that we've done a little bit of clipping. That's a little too much. That sounds better. Okay, now let's do this. So I've gained a dB already without even limiting. Okay, now let's dial in the limiter. I'm gonna drag down the ceiling to 0.1 is fine, negative 0.1. so now we're mid sixes, low sixes, which for a song like this, I think that feels great. Like I said, you can tell this is a really aggressive song. There's like glass breaking in the production, and we're not being shy with this kind of production. The vocals have weird screaming, like. Try to stop the bleeding, begging, pleading, so would I be recommending this kind of treatment for like a soft kind of acoustic song? No, but for an aggressive mix like this, I think that this is sounding really cool. So let's go ahead and move on to another example. Let's open up the drums, well, the drum machine, and let's check out the snare. Now, this is the original chain I used for the mix. So this is what the snare sounds like. Sounds like that. That's the original chain. This is what it sounded like before. So first I'm using Saturn. That's just shaving off everything. And then you can see I'm using a clipper after that. Let's go ahead and remake that with ControlHub. So I turned up the tape saturation all the way and drove into it more, added a little bit of top, took down the overall volume a little bit, but as you can hear, it excites the top end a lot. Let's listen. Without it. Yeah, with that tape saturation, that snare means a lot more business for sure. Okay, let's go ahead and throw a clipper on this. And then I'd probably put a transient designer after it. Yeah, I mean, that's making that snare sound. Without this, that snare is puny, and it just doesn't have enough attitude for the track. This track is all about attitude, aggression, like the basses are, I don't know, it's like bass synths going through like ToneHub and stuff. It's just brutal sounding. Let's go ahead and see what ControlHub would do on this all percussion bus. See, so softer clipping on the downbeat of this section works better, especially just with that big hit. Let's listen again. So here's hard clip. Soft clip. You get less artifacts for sure. Clipping's really something that I've found incredibly useful in small doses across the entire mix. So whether it's on drum bus, whether it's on even some guitars sometimes, if you're looking for, you know, a very obviously affected sound, even vocals sometimes. So clipping's not only something that I use on just drum bus or just mix bus. If you're using clipping in small ways throughout an entire mix, that's really how you can start achieving loudnesses that are in the, -6 LUF range that don't sound crazily distorted, or maybe that's what you want. Maybe you do want kind of a crunchy mix. Okay, so the last thing to touch on in this video is that the Trace Exchange has had a little bit of a facelift. So now we have a couple of different sections that pop up on the home screen. We have the latest, so this is the newest traces that have been uploaded. You have popular, which this is the list that we're all used to seeing. If I click on show all, this shows all of the most popular traces that have been uploaded. Then we have following. So this is going to filter down all of the traces to just the profiles that you are following on the Trace Exchange. So really cool, just 3 different ways to find new traces for yourself. Obviously you still have the search function too, but all of these sections have a show all, which will enter into a massive list of things to explore. The popular section has it as well. All right, and that wraps it up for this video. Thank you so much for sticking with me till the end. I could not be more excited about having a clipper inside of ControlHub, so I'm sure you feel the same. So go ahead and just download the newest version of ControlHub and you'll have access to it, as well as the new Trace Exchange update. And if you have yet to check out ControlHub, head over to stltones.com to learn more.